Sagittarius, thank you for tuning in to Perfectly Imperfect Tarot. This is Green Eyes here with your reading. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Martians, astronauts. Pick a node. It does not matter to me. I love you all. Cross watchers, I am a snitch. I'm telling you now. Please don't curse me in the comments. Love you too. Sag, this is a judgment-free zone, but you will hear the truth. No gender or age, only energy. You're going to hear me use terms he, she, her, him, they, them, it, heifer. Pay it no mind. Feel the energy. Remember, roles can always be reversed. I thank you guys. Like, share, subscribe, emails, comments, love tokens, donations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your love, for your support of the channel. Absolutely. Okay. Let's talk about your energy. Game on. That's how I'm feeling. Let's go. I feel like you're back. I feel like the dust has settled. The fog has cleared. Meat and potatoes are on the table. You know, let's eat. I'm ready. I am so ready for the world and your energy. I love, this is the Sag I know. This is the Sag I've been saying I miss y'all. This is what I'm talking about right here. This moment, right here, right now, this feeling, these goosebumps where your passion is like, oh, let's get it. You know, your focus is just pristine. I'm ready. I'm ready, Sag, and your energy. And I'm so happy for y'all because I know it's been a rough ride. But some things had to be revealed to you and about you, okay? We talk here. Some things had to come out. Some cycles had to close. And for some of you, it was a rough closing. It was a chapter that kind of like would never end. There was just so many subsections and subtitles and footnotes to that last chapter. And it was like, oh, and mother loving G. Because I know my story is still going, but when will we finish this chapter? I feel like that chapter complete. Let's go. All right. For tarot people, a little bit of Six of Pentacles for the purpose of foundation. Hierophant. Heavy Hierophant energy. My culture, my structure, my belief system is so strong in your energy that I feel unstoppable. Because of my relationship with the Most High, right here, right now, I am unstoppable. I don't care where you stand right now, Sag, in your life. You are unstoppable right there. Right there. Okay? Whew. All right, let's go. I'm so excited for this reading. As soon as I tapped into your energy, I said, oh, and mother loving G, let's go. Game on. Antelope, look at that. Life is speeding up. It sure is. Even when I was doing the shuffle, the spider fell out. You know, the spider weaves the web, preparing, you know, getting ready, just getting comfortable, you know. Here's the elephant reminding you of your past, because the life is still lifing. People are still peopling. Okay. The world is still worlding. And just because you may have closed out a cycle, that doesn't mean you're not going to run into those same people, places, and things, or that same type of energy. So make sure there was a lesson learned from that last chapter. And that you pay attention to that lesson, and you apply that knowledge that you gain, because now it's time to have some fun, okay? But you got to be careful, but have some fun. I tell you that. It's about time, right? When's the last time Sag had a good time? Started just laughing, you know, just laughing wholeheartedly till your cheeks hurt, you know? Till the tears were in your eyes. It's time to have some fun in your life, okay? That's the foundation I was talking about. That's the beaver. It literally reads, lay a solid foundation. Yeah, and be fearless. And I'm telling you, this is where I'm coming into you. So maybe I'm ahead. Maybe I'm ahead. But this is where I came in. I came in through the foundational part. The boldness, the fearless, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. So wherever you're finding yourself right now, just know Life is speeding up, okay? It is. Let's get to your spread, because I'm ready. Game on. It's time, you know? Truly. Hold on, y'all. Why are you backwards? Yeah, that's better. Okay. We're doing your spread today with Vision Quests. The purpose of learning from the past is not to repeat it. Keep that in mind. The purpose of learning from the past is simply not to repeat it. If you're going to get in trouble for some new stuff. Don't keep getting in trouble for the same stuff. You know what I mean? If you're going to put yourself in a pickle, then make it a fresh pickle. Okay? Get some new stuff going on. You know, this thing called life can be tricky sometimes. But sometimes we really have to kind of realize that, wait a minute, this is familiar. Am I doing the same thing again? You know what I'm saying? Can I have the core for Sag? What's at the center? The Three of Swords. Okay, yeah, you're closing out. All right, so I may have come in ahead of you. Maybe I'm ahead. I'm okay with that, because hopefully it's inspiration for you to look forward to greater things. But you still might be closing out this chapter. Three of Air is coming in, yeah. And there's your Seven of Earth. Okay, so you're coming in with, how can I say this? This is showing that where some of you may be, like maybe I just picked up on people that are further along, or maybe operating at a higher frequency, but some of you maybe are still processing hurt, shame, pain, doubt, fear, and you're trying to figure out your next move, okay, with the Seven of Pentacles. Your next move is, if you're looking at situation that has not produced for you yet, you have to ask yourself, do you have more time, energy, effort, blood, sweat, years, and tears to lose? No shade. No shade. Seven of Earth energy reminds us that it reminds us of time. You know, when we plant our seeds, there is an expectation of a harvest within a certain amount of time, right? And if it's time to harvest and there is nothing to harvest, or there's very little to harvest, then you have to ask yourself, more questions. Maybe, is the soil good? Is the earth rich? Were the seeds good? You have to look at things like that, a little more detail, you know? And if you find some discrepancies, learn from your past, right? Are you really going to plant new seeds in the same earth? The same seeds in the same earth? Should you continue working on this? Because it may produce fruit eventually. It's still a seed and it's still earth, right? It may. But can you afford to be hungry up until that point? You know, what is your intuition saying? In your prayers and meditation, what do you feel the Most High is telling you? Where do you feel like you're divinely led? Because if you feel like you're led into the wilderness, then maybe it's time to look for new earth, new soil, and new seeds. You understand? Let's crown this energy. Crowning, I have the Two of Air. Yeah, there's the pickle. I love it. There's the pickle. She said two things is coming in with this. Let me start with you. I know you're strong. I know you're powerful. I give you guys so many props on, honestly, everybody's reading when I'm talking about the King and the Queen of Wands, because I love the fire of your passion. Out of all of the fire signs, I love your passion. I love when I'm tapping in and you're focused. Oh my goodness, I can clean my entire house, do my taxes, plan my retirement. You understand, all at the same time in that kind of energy. When you guys are focused, it's a shamalama ding dong for me, you know? So sometimes when you carry the title of just being that strong person, It's hard to seem vulnerable. That's why you and I had talked over the years about people don't understand what y'all go through at night when no one's around, okay? So it's hard for you to feel, not feel like shame or vulnerability in a moment of trial or tribulation, or what's perceived for you as trickery, shame, or weakness with this five of swords here, okay? So you may have people, yeah, Sag thought they were all that, but they're not. Sag thought they were going to win, but they didn't. You know, that's hard for you to process sometimes. And even though I know you say you don't care, I know you do, okay? Now, having said that, you still have a decision to make, and it's a pickle. It is. The Two of Air is choosing inner peace. It's not about the right choice. It's not about the wrong choice. It's about choosing what you feel on the inside that gives you solace, that gives you comfort, or even stability. You know, this is a crossroads where sometimes we stop as a people and say, God, tell me what to do and I'll do it. If you tell me which way to go, I will go. Just tell me what to do, I'll do it. And in those moments, we might have signs, signals, songs, synchronicities that we feel maybe is an answer to that prayer, but it's simply just a reminder, usually of something of the past that helps you make a decision about your future. Because you have to keep in mind that the Most High gave us free will. And that is a big part of the journey of this thing called life. Even loving the Most High is free will, okay? Control your emotions. Control your emotions. Try as best as you can to think clearly when you're feeling laughed at, shamed, prosecuted by friends and family, you know, even by adversaries. It don't matter. Try to control your emotions and make your decision with your logical mind and with inner peace, okay? Let's see what's in the way. What's working against Sag? Hello. Balance, justice, Libra. Ooh, well, we've been talking about you and Libra for quite some time. More so about you and Empress energy. Let me say that. But it has for a lot of you been an issue with the Libra. So is that still an issue? Yeah. You know, but it doesn't have to be. You know, when justice works against you, it's not fair. When balance works against you, it's not fair. But don't focus on that. I'm not saying that you're not right. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying whatever. I'm just saying that focusing on the issue not being just is not going to change the issue. It's not going to change the hurt, and it doesn't change the decision that still needs to be made. So focus on the future, or that decision, that movement, and not looking like a loser. We just talked about that. That vulnerability, that na. Victory and success is coming in working against you, because this is when everybody sees you win. And it's like working against you because nobody's seeing your side. You know, nobody's really seeing your side of the story, or understand, or trying to understand your part that you played, whatever it was. Okay? But if you focus on that, it will work against you energetically, because you're already dealing with betrayal, and you're dealing with how to handle it from here. So let's not focus on this here. Not now. Okay? Where's this coming from? The Fool's energy is coming in sideways. For this deck is the Clown. Either way, it's 0. this is, like I said, a chapter closing. For some of you, you're a little further along. We'll get to that. But right now, we're talking to those that are not. But this is a new beginning, nonetheless, with or without your permission, with or without your consent. And for some of you, it's with or without your involvement. I have to say that, you know, I know, Sag, a lot of you have been made to be the aggressor or the cause, but a lot of your energy that I'm feeling, you're not a victim, but you're not a victim, but but it's still innocent. Do that make sense? I know that sounds crazy. I don't know how else to say it. It's like I don't feel victim, but I do feel innocent. You know, maybe your intentions were pure. Maybe you made a move off of half information. Maybe you had a miscommunication or misunderstanding of some sort, and it just turned into a big rigmarole. Whatever the case was, from a lot of your perspectives, I do feel innocent. Okay, so this is a new beginning nonetheless, but it's funky. It's coming in funky. So whether you were labeled selfish or whether you looked at this and said, I'm going to focus on myself, either way, this deceit, Seven of Swords here, has led you to make a move of creation with your new life, feminine of the Page of Wands. But you can't deny the fear or the vulnerability or the image that seems to have been distorted about you during this process. This is the Five of Air, but I just talked about that with this 3 and a 2, okay? Let's keep it moving. Future energy, please, for Sagittarius. Where is this going? Control your emotions. We talked about that. Emotional control will bring emotional maturity. Emotional maturity will bring emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is you learning from the past. No more, no less. You know, it's a process of learning. Learning when, here's the Seven of Earth coming right back. Learning when to put more effort into something because you know it's worth it, or to let it go because it's not. Period. Okay? You want to plant good seeds in good soil, and that's what it seems like you're doing or moving towards. Some good seeds. Look at the difference. This is your Seven of Earth. This is your 3 of Earth. Good seeds, good soil. That's what you're working. Teamwork, making the dream work. You know, for some of you, this may even be therapy. Maybe you're doing self-care therapy. You're starting to walk in the morning like you used to. You know, you're starting to meal prep like you used to. You're starting to play more music like you used to. Maybe you're even buying plants. Like, I just feel like you're doing something therapeutic, whether you did it before or not. And it's just something to revitalize the life in you, the spiritual life in you, which ultimately raises your frequency and vibration so that you can tap back into your fire, inner strength, and standing on principles and protecting what you know is valuable to you, and showing this thing called life, I am not out of the game. Far from it. I still got some unga bunga in me. You know, I took a hit. I got some scars, but that's okay. That's all right. Matter of fact, I'm going to hold on to them just to remind me. Going forward, yeah, that's what that scar is from. I'm not ashamed of my scars, right? 4 of Earth here. But this gives you the breakthrough that you're looking for. It gives it to you. It stabilizes the foundation. It stops the room from spinning so you can think for a second. You know, this is that energy of manna, that little things matter so much to you and they make so much of a difference in your life. So if you're taking that walk or buying those plants or listening to music in your car or visiting old people that you used to talk to back in the day, whatever it is that kind of just stabilizes your foundation, it gives you that breakthrough feeling like, I got this. I can do this, you know? Oh, I'm sorry. And guys, this changes everything for you. Death energy, Scorpion energy coming through. This is the transformation. And I love this deck for death energy because sometimes our carnal mind and our carnal ears, meaning our flesh mind and our flesh ears, we hear death energy and it cringes us, you know? But this deck, it's literally transformation because that's what death is. It's literally transformation into a new form, into a new chapter, new experience. It's a rebirth. It's a rebirth. It's a renewing of the mind, that renewing of the spirit that the word teaches us. That is death energy, transformation energy. Okay? Come on, Sag. There you go. Temperance energy for this deck called integration, the understanding of the midway point, the understanding of the 50-yard line, the understanding of halftime at Super Bowl. It's the understanding of the past and the future and how they work together to mold you, to build you. It's the coming together. It's the symphony once the instruments start working. Oh, good one. Come on, Sag. Oh, come on back, baby. Yes, yes, yes. Come on back. Come on back. Because you have assistance in this process that's allowing you to stop pouring into cups that are broken. You know, stop leaning on emotions that are no longer healthy, or they're no longer able to assist you with who you are today or where God is taking you tomorrow. You understand? We want some new waters. Come on, Sag. Do you see this? Look at you getting fresh waters. All right? Fresh waters coming in. 3 of cups here, 3 of water energy. It's a fullness by way of understanding that, number 1, you're not alone. Number 2, there are like-minded energies. Remember I said like some of you are like doing your own self-therapy, visiting older people like you knew from before, talking to, maybe calling somebody you haven't talked to, taking those walks. It's things like that that I'm telling you, first they will stabilize your foundation, and now it comes into pouring into you emotionally, making you feel a moment of happiness and celebration so that you could think clearly, because this mind is new thoughts. This is the feminine of the Page of Swords, and this energy is new. Even though she's a student, she's still the feminine of the sword. That's an energy still of fertility and creation. You understand? So new ideas, new plans coming through, because you're going to embody the fullness of your divine right, your birthright here on this earth. Empress energy, embodying the queens, okay? Really tapping in to your connection to the creator, calling in your abundance, creating the change of your life, birthing life-changing events in and around you with that Empress energy. And look at the clarity that comes with it. Divine understanding. That's the symphony. It's coming together. You know, this clarity, this Ace of Air is the understanding, the epiphany, the aha moment, right? And it's the ability now to diplomatically handle anything you have to handle, breaking ties, breaking chains, conflict, or speaking up for yourself to move forward. Open that door. Hello, open that door. Move that wall. You can speak to the issue at hand, okay? This changes your world. World energy here completely closes out this chapter. Maybe even a move is in your plan, or maybe a trip, vacation or something. But either way, there is this old life has to go, because your new life, Emperor energy, is now under your control. This new chapter, yeah, you're the boss. We getting back to boss energy, baby. We're delegating. I just said you're going to speak to that wall. You're going to speak to that door. Yeah. Now you're going to point, hey, Tom, open that door. Harry, open that window. I want to see some opportunity. Ooh, come on now. Susie, break down that wall. You're delegating. Come on, Sag. Come on back. I miss you. You're going to handle it, and you're going to handle it well. Will it be a pickle? Yep. But that's what you do. You don't have no problem with juggling. You don't have no problem with change. You don't have no problem with time management, money management. You know how to do this. You're very good at this. This is where you shine. Even though this is earth energy, you're great at it. You know, you're great at, because that intuition, I'm telling you, is going to be on 10,000. Listen to it. When the rumbling waters of the spirit start moving in your stomach, listen to it. Feel it for a second. Just sit with it for a second. Sit with that. When the rumbling waters of the spirit start moving, if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about, because it's undeniable. Either you know or you don't. But look at the intelligence, the downloads that's going to come, the confirmation and understanding. What would you tell me? See, now you're getting... All right, I got to calm down. When the rumbling, when the rumbling waters of the spirit start moving, I'm trying to tell you, some things you can't deny. You can't deny. You can't. I don't care if it's your mother, father, sister, or brother. When the rumbling waters of the spirit start talking and moving in your body, it's I don't have the words, so I'm gonna stop. Sag, I love you guys so much. I'm so happy for you. If you find yourself right now not really where God has taken you, or we just like how I came into your energy, then please be encouraged, you know, that you are at the end. You're at the end. Be encouraged, okay? If any event you say, Green Eyes, listen, I don't know you. You don't know me. This is not my life. I'm okay with that. Please check your moon. Rising. Don't take the energy if it's not yours. Leave it here for someone else, okay? Everybody, thumbs up, subscribe. Make sure you guys are notified of future readings. It's free, and it does support the channel. We can get some rhythm to the algorithm, okay? If you're interested in a personal experience, a personal appointment, you may email me. I respond to email requests only. My email is perfectlyimperfecttarot@gmail.com. If you do like what you get here, if it helps you, feed you, even if you're simply just entertained, you come looking for these videos though, please sow where you come to eat, okay? I'm worth a couple wings, all right? But I do eat off of what you sow, guys. So you'll find donation information below the video, and there's also links for CashApp and PayPal for your convenience. In advance, thank you. Other than that, remember, we are all perfectly imperfect. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.